Forged in FM18, ruthless in FM20, now making its comeback in FM24. Today I bring you Thor's Hammer, version 3. So the creator of this did say the hammer represents the shape of the formation, formidable strength in defense, devastating in attack. Now, he did write the Forged in FM18, Ruthless in FM20, now making its comeback in FM24. There is a description of why he created it originally in FM18. Definitely check it out and see how it goes. Unfortunately, it does not say whom he tested this out with and how they did, but it does say he's excited about the tactic against his non-league side playing a very attractive gegenpress style of football. So we're going to check that out with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town as always. So with all that said, let's just jump into the Premier League and see how our teams did. Well, the strong attack doesn't seem all that great here. It just doesn't work for this save at least. Liverpool in 7th. They've got Europa League, but 62 points, 64 goals is pretty abysmal for them. About 20 down from regular. Aston Villa in 9th is no better. 56 points, 56 goals. It didn't work here. Now, I will say the league didn't work for Liverpool, but the Cups did. They got to the Carabao Cup final, losing out 1-3 to Arsenal, sadly. But they get through the FA Cup quarters against Aston Villa, Manchester United, and all the way through Chelsea to get the FA Cup final 3-1. There's a trophy at least. And the FA Cup is how they get Europa League next season. Having lost out in the Europa League quarterfinals, you win at home 2-0 against Roma, but you lose out 4-1 in Rome. Ouch. So overall, sure, you got an FA Cup trophy, fantastic right there. You got the runners-up the Carabao Cup, not bad, but everything else was abysmal. And it definitely shows in the amount of green that they've got. Goals, 32 for Salah is very impressive. McAllister with 13, that's nice. 13 assists for Trent, and then average rating only 717 for Harvey Elliott, but is getting some game time. Luis Diaz has gotten 2 off the bench, and that is it. Wow. Aston Villa getting to the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, losing out to Wolves 0-2, and we already saw 0-2 in the FA Cup quarters to Liverpool. But they get Europa League through the Europa Conference League final over FC20. They win 1-0. Very well done there. So overall, yeah, not a great positioning for Aston Villa either. The league was awful. The only really good spot is the Europa Conference League winner trophy right there. You do get to the quarters of both the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, not bad. But still, the league is just awful. And about the same number of green for Aston Villa that Liverpool had. Goals, 18 for Jacob Ramsey, 10 for Diaby and Watkins. Those are really low. Assists, 12 for Diaby and Zaniolo. And then average rating, well, Robin Olsen's up there, but Jacob Ramsey with a 717. Data hub for Liverpool, really not great. Attacking wise is where you really hope you get the dribbles, though. That's the only one positive spot, I guess. Defensively, at least you're above Premier League average, but goals per game only 1.68. 1.08 conceded is not bad. It's a little bit above average, but still not bad. 1.07 XG against. They got the plus 47 clear-cut chances, though, 1 every 63 minutes. Data hub for Aston Villa, yeah, I mean, still just down from Liverpool's. You do have fouls against per game. Defensively, you've got some strong pieces, some not so strong pieces. Goals only 1.47 per game, 1.32 conceded, 1.31 XG against. And a plus 21 clear-cut chances, 1 every 73 minutes. Points per game, 1.63 for Liverpool, Aston Villa with 1.47. And the rest of the Premier League stats, Liverpool in 6th with most goals, 64, 56 for Aston Villa. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in 6th with 323, 393 for Aston Villa. Most possession, Liverpool tied for 6th with 54%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool with 881, Aston Villa with 779. Very large numbers there, at least the 881. Most tackles won, Aston Villa in 5th with 911. Best pass completion, Liverpool in 6th with 88%, 1 down for Aston Villa, and then most shots for Liverpool in 7th with 447, 392 for Aston Villa. But now, how did our championship side of Ipswich Town do? 5th place. I mean, it seems like the new norm. I don't know if there was another update somewhere in there that kind of crushed their spirits a bit, but 5th place, 80 points, 70 goals, definitely lower than what they expect these days. Schedule-wise, out immediately in the Carabao Cup first round, 3-3 in penalties to Stevenage. However, look at the FA Cup, 4-1 over Birmingham, 4-0 over Manchester City. That's insane. FA Cup 5th round against West Ham in extra time. You lose out in the quarters, though, against Arsenal 2-4. You do get to the playoffs. I didn't show that, but losing both legs to Middlesbrough in the semi-finals. So overall, I mean, 5th place, not great in the championship compared to the fact that the past couple of months we've gotten a load of first place trophies there. FA Cup, not bad at all. Manchester City 4-0, that's fantastic. Carabao Cup first round, yeah, that's pretty bad. Squad wise, not a lot of the green, we saw that. But goals, 11 for George Hurst. He's tops. Only 6 starts, though. That's stupid. 15 assists for West Burns. Leif Davis with 7. Average rating, though, 706 for West Burns. Sam Morsey with 701, as does Leif Davis. So championship stats, 6th place Ipswich Town with 1.67 points per game. No most goals, but fewest shots against in 4th with 407. Most dribbles made in 1st with 990, and most shots for in 8th with 508. But now let us take a look at the tactic itself. Again, the shape is what makes it Thor's hammer, and you can see it right there. A goalkeeper in defend is where we start. Wingbacks on the left and the right in support. Central defenders, 1 in defend, 1 in cover. Wingers on the left and the right in support. Ball-winning midfielder in defend, and a deep-lying playmaker in support next to them. Advanced playmaker in support, and an advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking with his fairly wide. Approach play, pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, focus play down the left and the right. Play out of defense, Passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher. Whipped crosses, work the ball in the box, run a defense, be more disciplined. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and distribute to the flanks, take short kicks, and then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, trap outside, and stop the crosses. So now how did it do for our 3 teams? Well, unfortunately, the maker said that it's formidable strength in defense and devastating in attack. We unfortunately did not see the devastation in attack. This seems like it could be attacking, but unfortunately, again, 70 goals for Ipswich Town is really low. And looking at Liverpool and Aston Villa, they're not any better. 64 for Liverpool, 56 for Aston Villa. The attacking side really failed them in this. I'm not going to attribute a lot of that to the tactic itself, but maybe if you could fit some new players in, get rid of the dead weight, bring the transfers in that you need, and kind of continue this over time and build up a really strong squad, you could probably get a really good result from this. And I mean, as I always say, this is just a holiday throughout an entire season. I'm doing absolutely nothing. If you took control of this from day one, you could probably do a lot better. Do your own match change, shouts, changes, things like that. And you could do a lot better than what I did here. But overall, in this save, it sadly just didn't work. But that's it for me, Seffian FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.